Okay, everybody, it's me, Bonka 922. Another episode. Gachiakuta. This one was, yeah, this was bizarre. towards the end, it was like, what the hell's going on here? So, this is a flashback. Um, we get, it's called Memories of Mediocrity. So, obviously, this is about Zanka. Now, it's about the whole business of people with natural talent versus people who work hard, try their best, continue working hard, they become strong, and then someone comes around who has natural talent and they get blown out of the water. So the episode starts with a flashback with Zanka when he was at this class. He's part of this family of people who were shoo-ins to be part of the Hell Guard. The Hell Guard is basically, from my understanding from this episode, they're in charge of taking out trash beasts, givers, and the sort who threaten their way of life on the ground. And also, you have the raining of trash. So that's the whole bit. So he's in this school to become part of the Hell Guard, and there's this certain golden chair that everyone aspires to be part of. Because if you get on the golden chair, you're like a shoo-in. Stuffy nose. To join the Hell Guard. So we basically got scenes of him, being all bad and crazy, people realizing how impressive he is. And, we get those scenes. And then, later on, we get introduced to this other character. Excuse me. Whose name is... find her name. This might be difficult to do because I don't know their names here. Alright. Her name spells weird. Hio, basically. And she's a member of the Hell Guard training camp. So, basically, that's the story there. And she shows up. She's from the slums. And she defeats everybody, including Zanka. Zanka's pissed, and this, what have you. And then we have a scene where they eventually pick out their own instruments, their own weapons. And among the weapons, Zanka picks out this twig, this stick. And, later, after he picks it out, he decides not to go to the class. He sees Hio. She's picked out a awesome run-of-the-mill katana. And he's in the bottom of a well saying how he's pathetic and this piece of twig, it was bent there by mistake. When not Zanka, what am I talking about? Engine's there, and Reaper. Very young. They're much younger than they were before. I'm thinking that Engine joined the cleaners with Reaper first, and then the rest kind of followed of their team. So we see them, and, the conversation goes from Zanka saying that he's the shittiest. I can't remember what he said. He said he was the shittiest, the shittiest of the shit. He's the shittiest of shit, basically. And Engine's basically telling him, I look forward to the day when Mediocrity defeats natural talent. And then he leaves, and he says he's gonna come back, and then that's when Zanka gets out of the well. Present time. Now, it seems like Zanka's got his second wind, but this is a mirage. Go to the present time. It seems like he's fighting Jabber. Nope. He's on the ground. An hallucination. So, he hallucinated that he was fighting Jabber, and he's on the ground hallucinating this. And Jabber's like, oh, I thought you were more powerful. He even has a dance. This guy's dancing. He's dancing, going doing a jig, yay! Basically explaining the different facets of the different poisons that he has in his claws. And he notices that Zanka's laughing. He's like, oh, let me laugh too. He starts maniacally laughing. And I'm like, holy crap, what is going on here? Now, the ending of that scene is basically him dragging Zanka, and he says, oh, he's going to feed him to the trash beach. Because as we already know from the last episode with Santa Deer and Santa Bro, they cursing that guy, Blackbeard, and he stated that that's what they're going to do. If they lose, they get fed to the trash beach. Now, we see the kaiju can't show up, and he's... I just love the fact that we got a character in this series who's wearing a kaiju outfit. That is boss. But anyway, he squeezes into this pipe, and he's like, Roachy! He's got a roach on his arm. I'm like... And the roach flies away, and he follows it, and we see this massive, what I got to believe is an egg. And there are different weapons embedded in the egg with these just hands hanging on to them. I believe this is the trash beast that is still in an egg form. I could be wrong, but that's where more or less the episode ends. Now, I'm going to be very blunt here. Very blunt. As blunt as humanly possible. Not that I'm trying to question the decision of this manga, of this series. Why exactly is Zanka here? I'm just saying. Why is he here? And why is he fighting Jabber? It's pretty obvious he can't be. I've got to imagine, first of all, I have to imagine he's going to get out of it. They wouldn't do this to this guy. It's so bad. It's so bad that this is his MO. He's mediocrity. He's average. He's even below average. He's not up to snuff. And I'm noticing with Gachiakuta, as we move along, most likely what it is this. I personally believe the battle mechanics in Gachiakuta are very similar. Not completely, but to an extent similar to Bleach. But not completely. This isn't like, oh, Shikai, no. This is more like the more you use the item and the more you're accustomed to it, and eventually you break ground and you level it up to a higher plateau. For Rudo, it's not the same thing. I think it's just more along the lines of, his gloves can do this for he can uber transform one object more abruptly. or do it for like 3 or 4 objects, you know, and then like an increase, you know. So that's what I'm noticing. But as far as this episode's concerned, I feel incredibly bad for Zanka. I really do. This guy was, and he's shitted on in his past, and he's shitted on in the present. It's like, can we give this guy a bone? Like, really, I want to say that. Can we give this guy a bone? Can you, please, anime? Just come on, come on. He's been through enough. Come on. Let him rise up and have an uber powerful instrument now so he can defeat Jabber. I don't know. I'm just speaking out loudly. But that's all I got for you guys for this one. And rating wise, I forgot to rip a rating. Oh, 9 out of 10. Definitely. Even though most of it was really just a flashback, I did find it to be very done well. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for this one. So next week, I believe, I don't know what we're going to get. I think we're going to get Reaper soon. I think we're going to go back to her soon. Because literally, no one else is fighting. No one else is fighting. It's Reaper and Jabber. That's it. Well, Reaper and that girl with the electricity hair, and Jabber and Zanka, which is over now. So, but we'll see what happens next week. Zanka 922. I'll catch you guys later. Throw my man Zanka a like, please. This dude needs a like or something. I'll see you guys later.